We often think of gold as the rarest thing on earth. It is a symbol of ultimate wealth, a treasure beyond compare. This idea has driven people to madness. It has launched ships across unknown oceans. It has toppled kings. It has built empires from dust. But this idea, this core belief, about gold's extreme rarity, is a myth. It is one of the oldest and most powerful stories we tell ourselves about money and value. The truth is more complex, you know. While gold is certainly scarce, it is not the rarest of precious metals. The story of gold is not just about its scarcity. It is about its unique and almost magical properties. It has captivated humanity for millennia. This essay will pull back the curtain on gold. We will journey through its long and storied history. You will learn how this simple shining element shaped our world in profound ways. We will not just talk about kings and their treasures. We will explore the lives of the ordinary people who dug it from the ground. We will look at the merchants who traded it across continents. We will uncover the secrets of its use in art, in power, in technology that powers our modern lives. Gold's story begins not in a vault, but in a riverbed. Thousands of years ago, perhaps as far back as 4000 BC, people noticed something glittering in the sand. They were small, heavy yellow stones. They did not rust or tarnish like other materials. They shone with the brilliance of the sun. These early encounters happened in various parts of the world, Balkans and Europe, riverbanks of ancient Egypt. The first people to collect gold found it in its native form. It required no complex smelting. It was a gift from the earth, easily worked into simple shapes with basic tools. The Varna culture in modern-day Bulgaria provides some of the earliest evidence of gold craftsmanship. A necropolis there, dating to around 4500 BC, held astonishing gold artifacts. There were beads, bracelets, and elaborate ceremonial objects. This was not gold used as money. It was a symbol of status, power, and spiritual significance. They believed gold had a connection to the afterlife, a divine quality. In ancient Egypt, this link was even stronger. Gold was the skin of the gods, especially Ra. Tutankhamun's tomb revealed coffins and countless objects crafted from the precious metal. This wasn't just for show, it ensured the pharaoh's journey into the afterlife. From simple placer mining to grueling shafts, fires heated rock and cold water cracked it, often by slaves and prisoners. As societies grew more complex, gold's role evolved from purely sacred to powerfully secular. It became the ultimate measure of wealth and the engine of commerce. Rulers realized gold's potential to standardize trade and project power. Around 600 BC in Lydia, modern Turkey, a revolutionary idea took hold. King Alyattes minted the first coins, standardized electrum, an alloy of gold and silver, stamped with a seal. Before coins, barter was clumsy. Coins made trade simple and universal. A merchant could travel and be accepted because value was in the gold itself. Trade routes like the Silk Road became arteries for goods, ideas, and gold. Roman coins reached India and China, a testament to their global reach. Empires learned that controlling gold meant controlling power. Rome funded legions and grand works with gold from Spain and Gaul. Pliny wrote of rivers diverted to wash away mountainsides in search of veins, an engineering feat and ecological wound. All gold flowed to Rome, until it didn't. When supplies dwindled, soldiers went unpaid, infrastructure faltered, hastening the empire's decline. Spain's conquest, driven by El Dorado, saw Cortés and Pizarro plunder Aztec and Inca treasures. Priceless art was melted into crude bars and shipped to Spain, flooding Europe with gold and silver. Wealth soared, then runaway inflation and brittle finances crippled Spain. A flood of gold is not always a blessing. Gold forged empires and exposed their weaknesses. The next fever would come from ordinary people. The 19th century witnessed a new kind of gold fever, driven by ordinary people. In 1848, James W. Marshall found flakes at Sutter's Mill. News spread like wildfire. Hundreds of thousands descended on California, from the US, China, and Europe, even Australia. The journey was perilous. Many died before reaching the fields. Surface gold vanished quickly. Mining became cold. Backbreaking work in streams and rocky hills. Most returned poorer. Merchants got rich, selling shovels, pans, and food at inflated prices. Samuel Brannan became a millionaire. Rushes in Australia, then South Africa's Great Reefs, and the frigid Klondike of 1896, each with heroism and desperation. Prospectors hauled a year of supplies over lethal passes in sub-zero cold. These rushes built cities: San Francisco, Melbourne, but devastated native communities and scarred landscapes with hydraulic mining, rivers clogged with silt, people forced from homelands. The pursuit of gold built nations and destroyed lives, an engine of change, laden with costs, exploitation, ecological ruin, and a myth, the lone prospector striking it rich. A powerful mystique rests on myths and half-truths. Myth: gold is perfectly stable. History shows volatility, peaks and valleys shaped by supply, demand, sentiment, and global conditions. Long-term it retains value, but not without wild swings. Another misconception: jewelry equals pure gold. 24K is too soft for daily wear. Goldsmiths mix copper, silver, zinc. The carat mark shows proportion. 18K is 75% gold. Necessity, not deceit. The gold standard pegged currencies and aided trade, but it was rigid. In crisis, money supply couldn't expand. Nations abandoned gold. In 1971, the US cut the last link. Most gold is microscopic in tons of rock. Modern mining is industrial, capital-intensive. Massive machinery, sophisticated geology, complex chemistry. The lone prospector is folklore. Legends simplified what history complicates. The real story is far more interesting than the legends. In the 21st century, gold's role is more diverse than ever. While it no longer backs currencies, it powers technology, medicine, and finance. Jewelry remains the largest use, especially for weddings, festivals, and personal savings across India, China, and the Middle East. Devices contain critical gold. It conducts superbly and doesn't corrode, perfect for contacts, connectors, and bonding wires. An ounce draws 50 miles of wire or beats into a transparent sheet. Thin gold on astronaut visors and spacecraft reflects lethal radiation. In labs, gold nanoparticles aid diagnostics and targeted therapies. Mining brings severe environmental challenges. Toxic chemicals can pollute and fund conflicts in war-torn regions. A movement grows for responsible mining, safer methods, recycling from e-waste, and certifications like Fairmined. We began by busting the myth of rarity. Gold's power comes from beauty, resistance to decay, and workability. From the flesh of gods in Egypt to circuits in our phones, gold has been our constant companion. It inspires art and fuels ambition, love and commitment, and war and conquest. Its legacy is as bright and as dark as the metal itself. Coins revolutionized trade, Rome moved mountains, galleons redrew the world, and rushes built cities and erased cultures. The promise of gold is not always what it seems. Today, it's essential industry, a crisis hedge, fine art, and sacred object. Every gram ever mined still exists, endlessly recycled, enough to fit a 22-meter cube. The true secret of gold is not its value, but its story. A story that is, ultimately, our own. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more.